You know how sending money abroad from India has always been this 2-day waiting game? Well, that's over. Now it happens in less than 5 seconds. Today, we're going to break down the absolutely revolutionary new system that made this possible and what it really means for India's huge ambition to become a global financial superpower. So, have you ever stopped to wonder why you can stream a movie from the other side of the planet instantly, but sending money over there feels like it's stuck in the dark ages? That long, kind of anxious wait? It's all part of an old, broken system. A system that India just, well, completely tore up and replaced. Let's just put this side by side so you can see the difference. The old way? Your money was traveling through this complicated web of foreign banks. It was a journey that could take up to 48 hours. The new way? It all settles locally, right inside India, in under 5 seconds. Look, this isn't just an upgrade, it's a total reinvention of the financial plumbing. To really appreciate just how massive this leap is, we've got to understand why international transfers have always been so painfully slow. Let's dive into what I'm calling the 48-hour problem. Okay, so the old system runs on something called a Nostro account. The idea is actually pretty simple. For an Indian bank to pay someone in, say, US dollars, it needs to have a dollar account at a bank in the US. You can think of it like an international wallet that's managed by a foreign partner bank in a totally different country. So this was the clunky, roundabout journey your money used to take. You'd kick off the transfer, your Indian bank would have to message its partner bank overseas, that partner would then move money between these Nostro accounts, and finally, after juggling different time zones and banking hours, your money would show up, often 2 full days later. The whole thing was just slow, it was expensive, and it was completely dependent on banks overseas. But that entire 2-day process, it's now basically a museum piece. So how in the world did India create a 5-second solution? Less than 5 seconds. Let that sink in. That's not just fast, it's real-time settlement for foreign currency. We're talking about the difference between sending a letter by snail mail and sending an instant message. It's that big of a change. And this isn't some futuristic concept we're talking about. It is happening right now. On October 7th, the new Foreign Currency Settlement System, or FCSS, was officially launched by the Finance Minister. And the launchpad for all this innovation? India's brand new financial hub, Gift City. You know, this quote really captures the ambition perfectly. This was never just about a simple technical upgrade. No way. It's a massive strategic move to establish Gift City as a true, legitimate gateway for global finance. So, how'd they pull it off? Seriously, how do you go from 2 days to under 5 seconds? Let's get under the hood and look at the mechanics. Well, the secret is building a completely local infrastructure from the ground up. The system is operated and powered by subsidiaries of India's own clearing corporation and the Reserve Bank. So instead of relying on that tangled web of foreign banks, all transactions now shoot through a single central settlement bank right there in Gift City. Now, it's starting with US dollars and Standard Chartered as a partner, but the real key takeaway is this. It completely bypasses that old tangled Nostro system for good. And this whole groundbreaking system, it's not just floating in the cloud somewhere. It's based in one very specific, very important location. To get the bigger picture, we really need to talk about Gift City. So Gift City is India's first ever international financial services center. Its entire reason for being is to create an environment with globally competitive taxes and regulations, all to bring financial services that were previously being done in places like Singapore or Dubai back home to India. And make no mistake, the ambition here is huge. With powerful systems like the FCSS, Gift City is setting itself up to compete directly with these big, established Asian financial powerhouses. You could say India is officially in the game. But why does a technical payment system in one city actually matter for the rest of the economy? Well, it turns out the ripple effects are absolutely enormous. Let's just walk through the impact. First, efficiency. That means faster, cheaper transactions for pretty much everyone. Second, liquidity. By keeping foreign currency onshore in Gift City, banks have way easier access to it. Third, and this one is a huge deal, is strategic autonomy. With a local system, India is much less vulnerable to global disruptions, things like sanctions or problems with international networks like SWIFT. And finally, it basically sends a giant signal to the world that India is a top-tier place to do business, which in turn attracts global banks and investment. You see, this new payment system isn't just a financial upgrade. It's a really important piece of a much bigger story: India's incredible rise as a global fintech and innovation powerhouse. $1.5 trillion. That is the projected size of the global fintech market by 2030. It's a massive prize, and with innovations like this real-time settlement system, India is making a very, very strong bid to win a huge piece of it. And the engine powering this whole ambition? It's talent. You just can't build world-class financial technology without world-class engineers. And get this, India is a top 3 market for AI talent globally, contributing 16% of the entire world's talent pool. This deep well of human capital is exactly what makes a fintech revolution like this possible. And the corporate foundation for all this, it's already in place. India hosts over 1,800 global capability centers for the world's biggest companies. And these are not just back offices anymore. They are the R&D and innovation hubs that are building the future of global finance. And they're doing it right here in India. So there you have it. We've gone from a 48-hour lag to a 5-second reality. It's a fundamental rewiring of the entire financial system. And this incredible leap in speed and autonomy, it really begs the question: with finance now moving at the speed of light, what's the next big ambition for India's economy?